Kia ora unicorns, welcome to another video. Today we are going to do a meal prep video because failure to prepare is preparing to fail, and I am not one to fail. Anyway, we are losing daylight very fast, and as that's most of my lighting gone, we need to get started. So shall we start cooking? Good looking. Okay. Right, here are all of our ingredients. We've got tin tomatoes, lentils, brown rice, basil, nutritional yeast, peanut butter powder. I also have some peanut butter that's not in the frame right now. Cashew nuts, garlic powder, onion powder, black beans, gherkins, sauerkrat, balsamic vinegar, eggplants times 2, sweet potatoes, courgettes times 2, capsicums red and yellow, and red onion, lettuce, cucumber, butternut, squash, veggie stock, apples, and yeah, that's all of it. I'm preheating the oven to 200 degrees, and I'm going to peel this baby and then I'm going to chop it up. I know a lot of people like to roast these before they chop them up, but I just find if you have one of these courgettes, it's actually just easier to peel it. I peel it quite roughly, don't mind a little bit of skin on it, to be honest, and then you don't have to wait for it to cool down before you start chopping it up, and I just find that is a major benefit. All chopped up into little bite-sized pieces. I'm now going to put some balsamic vinegar on to roast. And I'm going to put some garlic and some onion, just a little bit of a sprinkling. Also a little bit of pepper. Give them a little bit of a stir to make sure they're well coated in all the seasonings. I'm gonna chuck them in the oven now. You could put some tin foil on top if you want to. I can't really be bothered, and I'm just gonna check on them every, I don't know, 10-15 minutes and just give them a wee stir as needed. Now on to the sweet potatoes. I'm going to have 2 for each day for my breakfast. So I'm now just going to give them a wash. I'm not going to peel them, but I am going to cut off the little, whatever you call them, the little knobbly bits. I'm going to cut off the knobbly bits. All washed. Just cutting off their knobs. And also remember to stab them a few times so that they don't explode. Right, these need to go in the oven as well. Okay, we have, oh no, I made a mess. Story of my life. Right, so we're going to put 1.5 cups, I hope. Can we fix this? I don't know. Okay, I think we just managed to salvage that packet. So 1.5 cups of brown rice into 1 saucepan. And some red lentils, 1 cup of these bad boys. Now, of course, you should rinse these things. Am I going to? No, I'm not. I'm too lazy for that. So the rice needs 3 cups of hot water. And the lentils need 2 cups. So we are just going to turn those both on to a medium heat. I only have one lid, so the rice gets that. The lentils, they're not loved enough, I guess. So we're going to make up some veggie stock, just a stock cube. Keep an eye on your lentils, because them bad boys trying to overflow, they are. Stock cube, and you go, stirring up. If you're trying to lower your salt intake, use yourself a low sodium stock or make it yourself. I hear it's really easy to make it yourself. I am too lazy for that. We've got 2 cups here. I'm going to swap places, swap the lentils to this element over here, because this it's just better. So move on to the brown rice. Make some room for your new neighbour. This is off at the moment. I'm going to chop up the onion first, and the onion is going to go in. I actually realised I've got garlic and I was going to use 2 cloves, but I actually have minced garlic, so that's going to be way better. A couple of tablespoons. Three tablespoons I went with there. Turn it on to medium heat. Stick in the onions. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic. Wooden spoon to stir it with. Now, every time the stock starts to cook off, you need to add in another tablespoon or 2. So next we're going to chop up the capsicums, and they're going to go in straight after the onion. And these bad boys go. Actually going to turn the heat off the lentils now, because they are well cooked. I started chopping up these guys, but I realised these guys probably need to go in first. So that's what we're going to do. Right, now is a really good time to give your rice a wee stir. I'm also now going to check on my butternut squash. And go the courgette. Now I'm going to add in my 2 cans of tomatoes to the ratatouille. Now is also a really good time to check on the butternut squash again, and to check on the sweet potatoes. Just put a lid on my ratatouille, and I've turned the heat right down. It is now salad time. If you are not disgusting and concerned about pesticides, then you should totally wash your lettuce, but I'm lazy, so I'm just going to chop it just as it is. And then I'm going to divide it into 1, 2, 3 containers. I would love to say that I cut my lettuce into beautiful fine little pieces, but the truth is I just hack at it and that's it. Drainy thingy majiggy, what do you call it? Colander, that's what you call it. Sticking that in the sink. Off with their heads. I'm going to use the whole cucumber, I think. I like cucumber. So it only ends up being about that much in each box, I suppose, so it's not really that much cucumber in the box. It's lucky I'm not monetized, because might get demonetized for wee comments like that. Right, I have now some sauerkrat and some gherkins. I'm going to put 3 gherkins in each, and I don't know, a spoonful of sauerkrat. I'm actually going to put it into my hands and squeeze the liquid out of it over the sink, because otherwise it just makes your salad really soggy. I can't open jars. I am a strong, independent woman, and I don't need a man.
2,000 years later.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Over in the sink, I'm going to just pour this into a wee drainy thing. I'm just putting some sauerkraut to drain. And another colander. So I've got a colander full of beans and a colander full of sauerkraut, just losing a little bit of moisture. I'll just set that there while I do the gherkins, and once I've done the gherkins I'm actually going to squeeze the sauerkraut with my hands to get a little bit more of that moisture out. Best check on the butternut squash again. I think we just need, I'm going to say another 10 minutes. While we're here, let's have a wee. These guys are done. So I'm going to take them out, sit them there, squeezing all the moisture out of the sauerkraut. As you can see, there's a lot in the sauerkraut. Divide it by the boxes. Divide the beans up as well. Now I've got these wee dudes, 3 of them. Can you see? I need to move into a place you can see. Right, 3 of those, and I'm going to fill them with a tablespoon of PB Fit. This is very similar to the brand PB2, which you can get off like Amazon and iHerb, and I bought this in a health food store. At a health food store. I've seen it at Whole Foods as well. So I'm just going to put a tablespoon of that in. Then I'm going to add a tablespoon of water to each. Now I can't remember correctly how much you're supposed to add with water. I feel like it's the same amount. 12 grams of PB Fit to 20 ml of water. I have no idea. I don't know what that is. This is what I always do anyway. I do like it a little bit runnier anyway, so if you want it less runny, maybe add half a tablespoon of water. I don't know. You do you, honey boo. You do you. And now, because this stuff is good, right? It's real good, but it's just not, it's not real peanut butter. So I'm now going to add real peanut butter. Oh, you're probably wondering, are you? You're wondering why I use this. It lowered that. That's why. So if you're following something like swimming water like I am, then it counts as less of your sins. I think that is 1 sin for a tablespoon of the powder, and then you add the other tablespoon of the water, and so you get 2 tablespoons of something basically, while this is like 4.5 per tablespoon for regular peanut butter. So it uses a lot of my daily sins. So that's why I'm not particularly keen to use just normal peanut butter. But of course, taste is everything, right? And then it doesn't mix completely together, but yeah, I just mix it together a little bit. This here is going to be for the breakfast. We're going to have, hopefully these are not too hot for me to handle, 2 sweet potatoes, a each container, and then I've got some cinnamon that I'm just going to sprinkle over them when I eat them, and then a wee portion of peanut butter, and that is my breakfast. So I have just turned off the heat on this bad boy. I'm just going to let it sit there, and now I'm going to get the butternut squash out of the oven and let them sit for a wee bit. Okay, we're going to let those cool off a little bit, and while we're doing that, we are going to make some cashew parmesan, and just ignore the fact that I dropped my blender. This blender's been through a lot, guys. It has been through a lot. Okay, so to make the cashew parmesan, we're going to put a cup of cashew nuts, 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I'm quite generous with mine, but yeah, no. 4 of those. Teaspoon of garlic. Actually no, that's wrong. It's not a teaspoon, it's half a teaspoon of garlic. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. And then blend that. Oh, what's your problem now? Oh no, I stuffed it. I don't think we're going to have very much luck. We might have to switch blenders. Bringing out the big guns. This guy is done. There we are. Vegan Parmesan cheese. Gets his own wee container. I have got the brown rice and I've got the lentils. I'm going to fill these here with the brown rice and the lentils. I'm just making more of a mess. It's okay. It's what I'm here to do. It's what you come here to watch, isn't it? You come here to see the mess. I know. I know. The lentils kind of get all sticky together-y. So if you don't like them like that, then mix them into the ratatouille before they do that, but I'm not really that fussy, to be honest. You are probably looking at this meal and going, oh my goodness, that is such a huge amount of lentils, that's a huge amount of rice, and you know what it is, but in the evenings I just get so hungry, so this is going to be part of my evening meal. And also, Dr. Greger recommends 3 servings of beans a day, so I would say that this is probably 1 serving, so maybe I'm not even at my 3 servings. Oh, I know what I forgot. I bought fresh basil. Get that in there, you. Where is me knife? I've got a handful of fresh basil that I'm just going to roughly chop up. So that's gonna go in. It would be so much nicer to add that in while you serve it, but honestly, in the effort to save time, I'm just not gonna, I'm gonna do it now. Also, pepper, salt. I really should be lowering my salt. I know. Serving up the ratatouille, take two. They're all served up, lovely jubbly. Let's do the salad. These are now cool, ready to go on top of the salad. I tell you what dressing goes incredibly with this salad is like a tahini apple cider dressing, but to keep on plan, I am going to use balsamic vinegar. I'm not going to put it on now, I'm just going to put it on when I serve, when I eat, because otherwise it's just going to be too much moisture. But I am going to put some pepper on now and a little bit of sea salt. There's my lunch is done. Alright my darlings, we made it just in the nick of time. I am losing the natural light right now, so let me show you everything. And it's beautiful, done, whatever, I don't know, I'm losing my words, I'm tired. So we've got 2 sweet potatoes for breakfast with peanut butter and cinnamon, butternut squash, I keep wanting to say butternut pumpkin, but butternut squash, in New Zealand it's pumpkin, by the way, we call it pumpkin, with black bean and salad. We've got, of course, got the balsamic vinegar instead of dressing. For dinner we have a gorgeous fat-free ratatouille with brown rice and lentils, and of course for a little bit of healthy fats and also our vitamin B12 we've got the homemade parmesan, which has cashew nuts and the nutritional yeast. For snacks, just a wee bag of apples. I will probably also pick up berries and things on the go. Basically, that's the intention, is I don't prep absolutely everything. So I prepped 3 days worth, but this will probably last me maybe 4 because I do grab food on the go as well. So yeah, just good to have stuff prepared. Anyway, I'll give you a wee close-up view, shall we? Okay guys, small change to the plan. I'm going to add a tablespoon of flaxseed to the salad each day. I'm not going to put it in now because it will absorb whatever moisture's around it, and yeah, it just won't be as nice. So I've got some wee containers with a tablespoon to honor Dr. Gregor. He tells me I need my tablespoon, so yeah, we're gonna add that. Cool. In case you want to see how big my dinner is when it's in a bowl, gigantic is the answer.